I'm so excited.
I'm so excited. Hello, Danny. Hi, Danny. How are
Hey, hey,
you?
hey. I'm good.
Hi. Hi. They took my black card, so I found my blue one.
They ain't give me, man.
I'm ready. Oh my God. Okay, let's see. Well, we got Bombshell in the chat too. Did we see somebody say hey, Bombshell? All right, let's see who we have in the chat. You want to go for it, girl? Go for it.
Hey, hey, hey. Let's see who's in there. I see Margot. Hey, hey, how you doing? Big Bad Wolf. Debbie H, how you doing? Christoph, how you doing? Wait, Butterfly Girl, how you doing? Just Beetle, how you doing? Pretty Monita, how you doing?
Pretty Momo.
Aaron, how you doing? Jenny O, how you doing? Wait a minute, I'm missing people. Renee, how you doing? Don't say much. Gucci, how you doing? Did I say hey to my Debbie? Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, you said hi to Debbie. We have Christoph. We have Susan Dawson. Hey, Danny, how you doing? We have Chantel Gucci. Don't say much. We're in the house. You say hi, Jenny. Oh, how are you? Pretty Momo, Just Beetle, Margot Girl, Aaron. Hi. Let's see who else we have here.
Hey, Cree, how you doing?
DJ Mandingo. Hi,
Hey,
DJ
man.
Mandingo. Vault.
How you doing?
Hello.
Bobby,
We got some good stuff tonight. Okay.
Bobby.
Pat Alexander. Hi. DJ Mandingo, it's always a pleasure to see you. And I must say, your live the other night was quite interesting. Hi, Renee Simpson. How are you? All right, we ready. So
it's a mess. It's a mess, Renee. Let's get it cracking. I'm telling you.
Let's go. So
Let's go.
we all know yesterday, the Diddler, PDiddy, the Diddler, little diddly do.
Take that.
I'm so excited. I'm sorry. His homes were raided. His home in California was raided. His home in Miami, they pulled up in boats too, girl. Did you know that?
That's what happened when your crib off the water. They say we float up too.
They floated up. So,
baby,
house was raided. They went in, grabbed stuff. While P. Diddy, everybody's thinking he was in Antigua. No, he was in Miami at the executive Oopaloo, whatever the airport is out there. He's out there caught on the phone, pacing around, while his drug mule, Brendan Paul, who's also included in the affidavit that we're going to go through tonight, was arrested. And of course, now he's bailed out, but he was arrested with cocaine, with candy that was coated with cocaine and marijuana. Ain't that some shit? It was cocaine and marijuana laced candy is what it was. Okay. He was arrested. Now he's out. P. Diddy's attorney came out today to say that the raid was military style and they didn't have to put his sons in handcuffs, but they did. They had to.
And these are serious allegations. Maria Aaron.
There are more than allegations. So let me just put this up here. I'm going to have to blow this up so you guys can see it. Let's blow this. Danny, how big is that?
That's good.
Okay, that's good. Okay. So the initial lawsuit was filed on 2/27. On before they went in and did an amendment. There was another amendment done today that hasn't been filed yet. So I have to wait till tomorrow, where Ethiopia, who is, let me show you Ethiopia. She's
on this one.
Yep, she's on this one. She's still on this one. So this would be, oh God. Oh, and Cuba Gooding Jr. is all in here too.
Yeah. Oh, isn't it 36?
Yes.
With her.
Yes. So Ethiopia is right. I've been going through this affidavit again to see who else was missing. But Ethiopia, she used to be with Motown, and then she went to Bad Boys. Oh God, everything is in this damn thing. Let me see. Can I get up to? Okay, so here's the defendants. So we have Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, okay, defendant Sean Combs. We have his son, who's just as disgusting as he is, Justin. Okay, we have this piece of shit, Lucian, who was in charge of everything. And here we go right here. Ethiopia, who has now been removed from this lawsuit because she is cooperating with the feds.
Yes.
She giving that ass up.
Susie, how you doing?
Woo! So everything happened today. So Russell Simmons was served in Bali. He got pissed and threw the paperwork down. He got served after how many? He's been hiding out for what, 2-3 years?
Yeah, he's been he's pandemic running. But I asked, and I gotta ask on here. Did Rick Rubin get served?
No, Rick Rubin didn't get served.
Because as well as Russell was in those claims, so was Rick.
But Rick didn't get served yet.
Oh, okay.
But Russell got laid. You know, the hammer came down today.
Yeah, it's coming down on all of them.
So, Danny, what do you think about all of this so far?
Well, one, I think that in my opinion, I've been thought Puffy should go down. I've been thought he is behind a bunch of 187s. I think that he is behind well, first of all,
yes, Margo, Russell was served today in Bali. He was served. Go ahead, Danny. I'm sorry.
Several people with Puffy, like I said, have problems. You know what I mean? They became the biggest addicts. I knew it was a bunch of foul stuff. That whole him and Usher, I've never felt comfortable with that. And Usher and me the same age.
Justin Bieber.
Justin, all of them. And then Christopher Williams, Hakeem from it's so much, but I'm telling you, Wendy Williams years ago told us what Puffy liked to do.
So
Superhead told us what Puffy
about him. Yes. Can I just say that when I first heard the rumors about Christopher Williams and P. Diddy and how he was going down on him, and somebody opened the door and he never stopped. Well, you know, if anybody watched New Jack City, we got this pretty motherfucker in there singing, "Don't wake me, I'm dreaming." If I'm dreaming, just let me sleep.
Don't stop.
Don't wake me up until my dream is complete.
And the dream was to be in Puffy's office, getting it. I said, but I'm gonna tell you something, Heidi. Christopher Williams was on that episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Real Housewives.
Yeah. He had the party, and they had the little sleepover, and he was there. I was watching. I said, he seemed a little off. He seemed different than the Christopher from New Jack City. He seemed a little. His swag seemed like it. It all hit me. I said, because they was all part of this. But Andrew Cunanan, I was naming people who back in the day. Andrew didn't warn us about Puffy.
No, he didn't.
He warned us about this elite world where they do what they want to do. with young boys or boys that look
Andrew
very young.
Cunanan is the one that killed Versace.
Correct. And Andrew Cunanan told us it was a whole society, though, that they would have these parties, and what they loved about him, he looked so young, and he was young, but he looked younger.
Oh, TJ Jake. Oh, yeah. Yes.
TD
TJ
Jake
better be praying, because he was talking about Reverend Eddie Long. He was talking about Eddie Long when he was dicking down them young boys and he knew he had AIDS. So TD Jakes better be on his knees and he better be praying, because God knows they're coming for him too.
They coming for everybody.
They're
and here's the thing,
everybody.
you have to know, just like all these celebrities who are coming out and saying, well, yeah, I've been there and I've seen this. It's a bunch of people that know. And it's a bunch of people that participated and were parts of. You know, they say that Justin and them were participating themselves.
So can we meet the Ghislaine Maxwell? You know how Epstein had Ghislaine Maxwell. Can we meet P. Diddy's Ghislaine right now? Here she go. There she go. That's P. Diddy's Ghislaine. That's her right there. Christina Coram. That's his chief of staff, who made sure that all the waiters and the waitresses and the bartenders were walking around with pouches with coke and marijuana, and that, you know, underage girls were there. You know, this place called the Booty Trap in Miami. Jones would have a hat on his head that said Bad Boy Records to let everyone know that P. Diddy was in town and he needed underage girls. Oh.
Clyde Davis can't run nowhere. He about to croak. But let me tell you something. It's so funny, because here's the thing. A lot of us have not been in the industry. Some of us are privy to be cool with people from the industry or know things like that, or may have been to events, but most of us don't. But a lot of us know like what's been going on, because over the years, a lot of this is leaked. Whether we ignored it, what's his name that was in the group with Omarion, when he came out, Raz B came out and told us all he could tell us. People shunned him. They had him move all the way to China.
Jalen.
You know, he told us about Chris Stokes and all of them. He told us about, what's the guy's name? Johnny Robinson. What is his name? Philip Robinson.
Philip Robertson, yes. So yeah. Christina is the recruiter. She is the head. She is, you know what she is? She's the bottom bitch. I'm sorry. But
what people do for money.
So what led up to all of this was Cassie, when she came out with that lawsuit. And I'm wondering, why would he pay her off so quick? Why would he? What was it? How much did he give her? What was it? 30?
I thought it was disclosed. I didn't even know it was out.
No, someone came out and said it. But he paid her millions, and he settled that really, really quick. And then bam, bam, boom. Lawsuits kept coming, and everybody's saying the same thing. So Mays did tell it. So here's the summary of events, and we're going to go through this. Now, I might not be able to get through all of this because this is 79 pages, and I'm not trying to cover all of this tonight, but we're going to get some of the good stuff out the way. So this is the lawsuit that Jones has filed, and they call him Lil Rod. Is that right, Danny? Lil Rod?
Yeah, Rodney Jones, correct.
Rodney Jones, call him Lil Rod. Lil Rod states, from September 2022 to November of 2023, he produced 9 songs on Mr. Combs' Love album. He lived with Mr. Combs for months at a time, spending holidays, birthdays, and missing major family events. But Mr. Jones, I don't know if you slept in bed with him like Usher did, but Usher slept in the same bed with him. So,
and once they fought over Oreos, you like, none of this sounds weird to y'all.
None of it sounds weird. So they said, we're going to, he resided with Mr. Combs in Los Angeles, California, New York City, Miami, Florida, blah, 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 blah. He also spent several weeks on a rented yacht with Mr. Combs in the Virgin Islands, which we're going to see how Cuba Gooding Jr. was all over Mr. Jones, and he took all the surveillance stuff, and Mr. Combs wanted Lil Rod to sleep with Cuba Gooding Jr. And Cuba Gooding Jr. wanted Lil Rod. So we're going to go through this. So he said, throughout this time with Mr. Combs, Mr. Jones witnessed, experienced, and endured many things that went far beyond his role as a producer on the Love album. Sounds like Usher, who said it from a young age. He witnessed a lot of things he should have never seen. Is that right, Danny?
Yeah, he did lots of things. And then and you got to make sure that you pay attention that whenever people say things like threesome, this, that, and he'll just make it like, like that's nothing. So that it tells you there was way more going on. But yeah.
So we have the claims raised in this complaint have been corroborated through witness statements, video and audio recordings, and images that Mr. Jones had in his possession. Yeah, I think that was the job description. I really do. So Mr. Combs required Mr. Jones to record him constantly. On several occasions, Mr. Combs took Mr. Jones' cell phone and began recording himself. As a result, Mr. Jones has secured hundreds of hours of footage and audio recordings of Mr. Combs, his staff, his guests engaging in serious illegal activities. So, the acquisition, use, and distribution of ecstasy, cocaine, GHB, ketamine, marijuana, and mushrooms, and displaying and distribution of unregistered illegal firearms. Now, are we wondering why that raid happened? Ooh, this is good. Mr. Combs provided laced alcoholic beverages to minors and sex workers at his homes in California, New York, the U.S. Virgin Islands, and Florida. Huh? Did he do that? And then Mr. Jones' chief of staff, the bottom bitch, Christina, instructing her staff to retrieve drugs so she can provide it to Mr. Combs for his consumption. Christian Combs drugging and sexually assaulting women. Mr. Combs detailing how he planned to leverage his relationship with Bishop T.D. Jakes to soften the impact on his public image of Cassie Ventura's lawsuit. Oh, TD, I hope you're shaking in your boots. Young Miami's cousin and her assistant sexually assaulting Mr. Jones. He's got that too. You're going to see that too. All of this is in this affidavit. Actor Cuba Gooding Jr. sexually harassing and assaulting Mr. Jones. And then this rapper, they redacted his name. On Mr. Combs' yacht, consorting with underage girls, sex workers. And then there's an R&B singer. That was redacted in Mr. Combs' Los Angeles home, consorting with underage girls and sex workers. Danny, what do you think so far? We're going to get to the shooting. What do you think, Danny? What do you think? Do you think he got a case?
I think and know all of it is true. I mean, first of all, if anyone out here has ever watched King Kong's videos, well, it sounds like I'm saying King Kong, but King Combs, his son, King, we'll just call him King, which is Christian. If you watch his videos, he's like Puffy 2.0. You could tell he has a degradation of women. You know what I mean? He's proven to you that life is really just flash. I'm all that. All these women are up under me. I mean, like I said, when I think of Cassie, I'm not making a joke up. If you ask my brother and people for years, back when he was doing the second making the band, where he was making the live band, where he was putting that group together.
Yes.
And Cassie came in one day, like she would come in for challenges and talk. And every time she would come in, I'd be like, Cassie is so beautiful, but why is this little girl still with this man? And then Puffy would be in other relationships. I'd be like, so it's not like he's treating her like she's his. I've always thought it was something not right. The thing, and then with Aubrey O'Day, I knew he turned her out because I watched her come on that show. And when she came on, she was still in school. She was, into hip hop, all that stuff. But the person so I know that there was things going on. I just feel it I believe all of this. I believe everything. So far, I believe everything.
Well, I believe every single thing. And the bad part, not the bad part, it's all documented in here. This man, and let me let you know, Sean Diddy Combs, the Diddler, was threatening and harassing Rodney Jones's family, threatening and harassing this man's family to try to keep him quiet. Okay, so
just like they did Raz B.
Yep.
Raz B was busting all of them out.
This is not going away there, P. Diddy. You can cry about the cops did this to your kids. It was military style. You can say what the hell you want, but your ass is in trouble right now. So I don't know if you guys remember the shooting that was at the Chalice Studios. This was back in September 12th, 2022. Puffy was having this writers and producers camp at Challenge recording studio. Present at the studio at the time, at the camp, was P. Diddy, his son Justin, and Justin's friend named G. Mr. G is 30-year-old African-American male. So they got it. So Puffy's son, Justin, and G got into a really, really big argument, and it turned violent. The conversation moved out of the studio and into the restroom adjacent to where Mr. Jones was sitting. Mr. Jones was approximately 2 feet away from the bathroom when gunshots rang out. Mr. Jones recalled hearing multiple gunshots. He said he went into shock and feared who would be shot next. Mr. Jones genuinely believed that he would be shot through the door due to how close he was. After the shooting ended, a crowd gathered outside the restroom. When the door opened, P. Diddy came out and his son Justin. G was laying on the floor in the bathroom in a fetal position with a gunshot wound, with a hole in his stomach and bleeding out his leg and hip area. Okay. Everyone stood around. He said that he ran to apply pressure to G's stomach. And then P. Diddy had Jones lie to the police by telling them that G was shot standing outside the studio by a drive-by assailant. But wait a minute. Here are the pictures. Here's the headlines that made, KCL News. Here's the pictures from the restroom where the shooting took place. There we go.
Because it happened in the restroom.
It happened in the restroom. In the restroom.
And if he would have came from outside to the restroom, there would have been a trail of blood.
Yes.
But see, here's one thing we know about Puffy. Puffy came into the industry with an event that cost people their life. People from Big L, all these people have been taken out in the hands or by him, around him, close to him. And let's not forget the big stabbing that sent Shine to jail.
Yes.
Remember the one that we say,
and his bodyguard called him out about that, how he let Shine take that rap.
People knew back in the day Shine wasn't guilty, and that he was going to take this L that was going to give him, it was going to be the, the setback that had the best bounce back, but it never happened. You know what I mean? Because then he was free
Okay,
and deported.
G14, hold on a second. I have no idea why you're getting ads. I've done everything I can. I put this on 30 minutes, which is the highest they're going to let me go. And this is all YouTube. This has nothing to do with me. I go into scheduled mid-roll ads at a set frequency. You can do 6 minutes because they showed me how to do it. 6 minutes, 12 minutes, 18 minutes, 24 minutes, 30 minutes. So mine is set at 30 minutes. So there's nothing I can do about it. I did it at the highest thing I can go. So I think they're trying to force everybody to get YouTube Premium. So there's nothing I can do about that. So I'm sorry you've gotten 3, but I don't know what else to do. I have it at the highest limit that they'll let me go, which is 30. So I think they're trying to force people to get YouTube Premium, huh?
I was speaking to the people I didn't see. That just I just know them.
So I'm sorry about that. So anyway, so here's the bathroom where the shooting happened. Now he had to walk this man outside. Okay, he had to walk him outside. But this is where the shooting happened at. Okay, so he says clearly G was not shot outside of the studio as Mr. Combs instructed him to say. We see that. And everybody that was there, Mr. Combs and the defendant, and they give the initials. The security was porous and lackluster at best. The fact that neither Mr. Combs or Jay Combs, who is Justin, his son, were allowed to enter CRS, which is where they had with guns, and those guns were not confiscated by security, is a clear breach of duty by Mr. Combs. Defendants LR, MR, and UMG to protect Mr. Jones and other attendees of this writers' camp. As a result of the shooting, Mr. Jones is severely traumatized. Mr. Jones now suffers from PTSD, severe anxiety, depression, and insomnia. Now, I don't know if he suffered from that when Cuba Gooding, you're going to see this too, was groping all over him. And the fact that those 2 sisters or the cousins sexually assaulted him after they drugged him, he's got all of that.
And you know, it's when you listening to the trauma, I just had a flash of the 5 heartbeats when they were holding Flash outside the window, you know, upside down, because he said he was traumatized. I just thought, who, Rodney, they were assaulting you sexually, you know. Oh, they did some terrible things to you, Rodney. You got it all on video. So I think 10 hours would have been enough for me. I'd have been like, I got enough for
that's enough. So we have Mr. Combs a couple of hours before G was shot in the restroom. There is P. Diddy. You know, he's blocking out other people, but there's P. Diddy. Look at him. He look high. Look at P. Diddy. Look at P. Diddy. Okay, so this is at Chalice Recording Studio. Now, so this is, they said the defendant Chalice Recording Studios and defendant Sean Combs and Justin Combs, Representative Sean Hawley, provide conflicting and intellectually dishonest accounts concerning the shooting. So they have all of this. They're saying that he was shot a half a block away. Did we not see all that blood in the bathroom?
But he made it to the bathroom to get all that in there. Not a drop nowhere else. They probably carried him out of there. He didn't walk.
So in this email exchange, there's an instant message from Chalice Recording Studios. So this is what they said. The shooting occurred a half a block away from Chalice, and it was a result of a robbery. There are police reports corroborating this. Please wait for the facts to come out before you start contributing to the defamation of our organization. I'm sorry. This man has a damn bombshell. Okay, they have TMZ in here and everything else. But what gets me is that they have so this is Chalice Record Studio. We don't care about all of that. Look, we don't care about all of that. So we have who's in Studio A, who's gonna be in there, who's in Studio B, C, and all of that. Danny, did you talk about Hakeem? Have you talked about that?
Hakeem, the one who was having the love fest with Puffy, Will Smith, and it was one more guy. I'm trying to go, the third man who was there, but supposedly Hakeem came running out the house, butt stanky naked, because they were just overdoing him. And then I said, what kind of freaky stuff is going on? Hey, if you messing with somebody, who cares what their sexuality is? But this is beyond that. This is just what I'm going to go back to Raz B, because Raz B said, think about it. How did Chris Brown end up, y'all, in the Scream tour when his first album came out? Like, it's just, and then when you hear the story, it's like, oh, because he was
that good. He was that good. He was that good.
Right. These were children, though, they were doing this too. So no matter, Tevin Campbell. What was going on with Tevin Campbell and Quincy Jones?
Quincy Jones.
They've been doing this to little boys. They did it. I'm sad. I believe they did to New Dish. I believe all of them done caught it, because all of these men coming out. It's just, I'm sorry. And Clyde Davis, until, you know what? The first time I knew Clyde Davis was trash, when Whitney passed and he was still having his party.
He was still having that party.
I said, oh, he's trash. And
he was still having that party. So Jones is saying right here that when Sean Hawley put that statement out, he said that if G could have physically walked, he wouldn't have to pick him up off the restroom floor and walk him through the maze that is the recording studio for him to receive care from the ambulance. Okay.
They carried him.
So they said, as the date of this filing, neither the Los Angeles Police Department nor the Los Angeles Fire Department have released any official reports surrounding this shooting. Oh my God, but I'm sure it's coming. There has been no body cam footage and no 911 call recording. What is even more disturbing is that there has been no sighting of G. No one has seen him since that shooting.
Because he gone.
Where do you think G is?
Willing in a studio full of people to pop somebody and know you can get away with it, you willing to go finish them off in case people snitch? They'll have to find G to make the snitching go.
Where do you think G is, though?
I think G is deceased.
So,
see, y'all like.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, even in this industry, not only do you have corrupt stuff in there, but you got some real gangsters running around with these industry people. You got some real goons, some real life takers. For real, it's a whole thing, and that's why I said when stuff like this come out, a lot of heads fall, because you cut off the head, the body will fall, and a lot of people go down. Jay-Z hiding, I bet they are. Anybody,
they all better hide.
Here's the worst part. We know how, what's old boy's name that Puffy used to work for? When Puffy went from a dancer, he started at the bottom with Andre
3000? No.
Is it Andre Harrell? What's his name that owned with Babyface and
not Babyface. Don't put Babyface in.
Not Babyface. Well, no, not Babyface. No, my Babyface didn't say. No, but whoever it was, I forget his name, but Puffy used to work for him at once upon a time. And Puffy said he learned from him to like kind of make people your flunky, do this, make them earn it, all this. But Puffy took that to level 6.0.
No, girl, he at 10.0 right now.
Yeah, because Puffy, like, you enslave people, traffic people, degrade. First of all, does anybody remember, y'all know, with the umbrella? Y'all know the one I'm talking about, Bentley. Farnsworth, okay. Bentley.
Yes, so yes.
When Bentley got up with Puffy, I'm like, wait a minute, you went from, now Bentley was a whole, like he was doing for Ralph Lauren, like doing they they line or whatever, like, you know, when they had the clothes, whatever. It was something with fashion. You get him, now he's your umbrella holder. Then he goes from your umbrella holder to he got his own show. He go from his own show to Bentley just kicking it back. And I said, no, he went through the
he
ritual.
Went through the gauntlet. Look, yeah, he went through the gauntlet.
He went through the gauntlet.
Look, he went through the gauntlet.
Yeah, Farnsworth. Yeah, y'all remember. I said, wait a minute, Farnsworth done went from a fashion. He was like a fashion consultant. Like if you was shopping through Ralph Lauren with them in money, he might have been somebody put at your spring wardrobe, sent it to you know what I mean? He was like that. He went from that to holding your right. He was a fashion man to he was holding your umbrella and dropping coats on the floor so you ain't stepping puddles. I said, then he danced in all your videos. And I said, oh yeah, it's something going on over there in Puffyville.
Oh, there's a lot going on in Puffyville, but Puffyville has now come crashing down. Excited, oh my God, hi Winnie's mom. Thank you. Wait a minute. Andrea asked, did we see the interview with Arsenio Hall last week? And he said what TD Jakes did to him. No, I didn't.
No.
Yes, he did, Drea. Yes, he did, Drea. Okay. So, oh Lord, this is getting good. My hands are like twitching.
He was in Diddy camp, Drea. He was first of all, Diddy camp, and to this day, Usher's mother regret the fact she let him go there for a year. And it's because I'm telling you, and when you think of all these people that we name that's been through this or so-called attached to this,
y'all
think
talk
of the
about
sacrifices and the losses. I'm telling you.
How dare they talk about R. Kelly? Huh? Mm-hmm. R. Kelly ain't got shit on Diddy. He probably in jail right now going, I got a cell waiting for you. I got a cop, buddy. I got a cop for you. Mm-hmm. So
I got some inmates in here we can turn out. Right here.
You know what? I'm not laughing at what everybody went through. What I'm laughing about is that he's finally getting what he fucking deserves. Mm-hmm. He's been doing this to too many people for far too long, and using intimidation tactics like they did on Wendy Williams, like they did on a lot of people. Who was it? But they never could intimidate 50 Cent. 50 called him out. Tupac called him out. DMX called him out. They couldn't intimidate them. With other people, they were intimidating. So now we have the part where Mr. Jones was sexually harassed and assaulted by Mr. Combs. So he says, throughout
50 have to be a different show. We're gonna keep this so puffy because I saw those Illuminati documentaries that came out, and they came out like in the early 2000s. They were on DVDs, and it's footage, it's actual footage. And a lot of y'all is in that stuff. Like a lot of y'all got some stuff y'all should be able to explain. Like this wasn't just we was dropping records. You get what I mean? Like,
Ice-T said he's not. Look, not Ice Cube. Ice Cube said flat out he's not part of that machine.
You know who not, and you know who are. First of all, just start thinking about, you could tell, like, think about it. When Puffy brought out Ciroc, it wasn't just you drank Ciroc. You had to become part of the Ciroc boys.
Yep, the Ciroc boys. Like yep. I stopped drinking
Ciroc. They drink. They can't touch nothing. They in the cold.
As a matter of fact,
all that. No disrespect.
I like Ludacris's I do not touch anything with Puff Daddy, anything that he's associated with. That's how much I can't stand that man. Never did.
There was a comment in there talking about Usher. I think Usher is a victim to Puffy because he was a child over there, and just out of his own mouth, the things he's seen. But I think that later, Usher victimized Justin Bieber. That's just my personal opinion. Because the rumor you had Justin with him, he took in Justin like Puffy took in him.
Yeah,
but Justin's a little older.
But the rumor is he was 15 when he started hanging out with P. Diddy. I'm talking about Justin. The rumor is that Usher's rumored herpes was given to him by P. Diddy.
A lot of them had the same disease. That's how you know they all sleeping around. Because I
Yep.
remember when that so-called celebrity herpes list came out, that was years ago. Because they had Paris Hilton on, they had all kind of people on that list.
Oh my God. Where is Bentley? Wait a minute. I don't know. Where? Dana, do you know where Bentley is?
The last I heard of Bentley, he was so-called married and having a baby. Yes, that show me.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Usher, baby, Usher. You know, call me
Yeah, and Usher to me, I mean, Justin Bieber to me remind me how he got turned out, because he got turned out. I believe he was turned out. They just said recently he got caught in some. I mean, do y'all remember when Justin Bieber was real cool with that pastor?
Yes, from
And they would
Hillsong
get
Church.
matching tattoos. I said, don't nobody
Yes.
see anything. And then Justin was also attached. He'd been attached to a lot of shady stuff. Remember, his boy got arrested in his crib and took credit for all them drugs they found.
Yeah, but
y'all
it wasn't
know his
all
boy,
his
the one that
boys.
ended up being on Growing Up Hip Hop.
So
He looked like Lil Wayne. He looked just like Lil Wayne. What is his name? Oh my goodness, I can't stand when my man is thinking of too much, because
yes, Rihanna is a Jay-Z victim. Okay, so let's hear about so Mr. Jones was sexually harassed by Mr. Combs throughout his time living there. Mr. Jones was the victim of constant, unsolicited, and unauthorized groping and touching of his anus by Mr. Combs. Yes, go ahead.
By anus, we actually mean the hole, because otherwise we'd be talking buttocks and
yes,
maximus,
notice
right?
he said his
How did
anus,
they get to his butt?
his hole. Okay, so these events took place in Los Angeles, New York, Florida, and the Virgin Islands. Okay, in addition to the unsolicited and unauthorized touching, Mr. Jones was forced by Mr. Combs to work in Mr. Combs' bathroom as Mr. Combs walked around naked and showered in a clear glass enclosure. As a heterosexual, wait a minute, I can't get it. Wait a minute. As a heterosexual Christian man, Mr. Jones was uncomfortable with Mr. Combs' advances and expressed his discomfort to Mr. Combs' chief of staff, the bottom bitch, Christina. She said, you know Sean is going to be Sean.
He's going to just shower naked and lock you in the room with him and whip it around and take that.
Girl, I was thinking about LB Shore's son too, because LB Shore already said that Kim Porter was M's, and I believe that. I never thought that woman died of C-19 pneumonia. I think that book was coming out, baby. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Danny.
No, I was saying what you were saying. From the moment that the book was coming, I was worried. For the moment she suddenly took ill and passed, the moment I heard, I said, this, just like I feel like he set Biggie up. Just like I feel, we all know, I don't care what nobody say about Chiefy D. Now, Chiefy D could tell a story like a jaguar, but Chiefy D been told us that Puffy had already paid for the hit on, you know what I'm saying? So we know you involved, and all dirty people mess with dirty people.
And so just like LB Shore was accusing him, all of a sudden LB Shore winded up in a hospital at death's door. Do we not remember that?
Yeah.
So we have the bottom bitch attempted to downplay Mr. Combs' groping of Mr. Jones' anus and genitals as friendly horseplay, stating that those acts were Mr. Combs' way of showing that he liked you. P. Diddy, don't touch my anus because I don't like you like that.
Yeah, please.
What man is going to touch another man's anus to show he likes him and touch his genitals? I ain't never heard no shit like that. Hi, baby. Oh, Cat Williams called him out too. Yes, Teresa Marie. Okay. So despite these assurances, on several occasions, when Mr. Combs began to undress and walk around his house naked, the bottom bitch say, okay, I'm leaving now, and she would disappear.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They said her hypocrisy is breathtaking at best or enabling at worst. What do we think, Danny? What do we think?
When those type of people are putting together a team, you have to have a team that's going to be three things: loyal,
Mm-hmm.
a blind eye, and yes men. So they, for that money, for that fame, for that clout, they'll do that for you. So people like her, Kawinky, think they walking out, oh, Sean gonna be Sean. Oh, this gonna be no, sweetie, you know Sean a mess.
Oh, this is getting good. So then he says, Mr. Jones believes that the bottom bitch, I'm not calling her Christina, the bottom bitch, aka Christina, aided and abetted Mr. Combs' sexually assault of him and was working with Mr. Combs to groom him into accepting a homosexual relationship. And that's some shit. Throughout these sexual deviant acts, one would say that Mr. Combs has a pattern and a practice of engaging in such nefarious activity. This ongoing conduct shows that Mr. Combs cannot be rehabilitated.
He can't be. He too far gone. All of them are. It's just like when you talk about Hugh Hefner. First of all, let me tell you something. Nobody needed to tell me what was going on in Hefner's house to know that you got a bunch of women. You throw parties that are off the chain, only to the exclusive. Yep. Only to the exclusive. Only to, and everybody in here signing a waiver. So that tell me it's going down.
Yep, he had them to sign a non-disclosure agreement after that shooting, baby. He had them to sign that. So Stevie J comes into play now. You know, Love and Hip Hop. Stevie J, who was married
to Tate. That made the video with what you call it back in the day? Mm-hmm. With what's her name? Y'all know who I'm talking about.
I can't remember her name, but I know you're talking picture her. But Stevie J, you know, the man who's got the crab restaurant down there, and that man, you know, Stevie J. So Eve. Oh, I love Eve. So
Eve is who Stevie J got the video with.
So here we go. Mr. Combs attempted to groom Mr. Jones into engaging in gay sex. Mr. Combs was aware that Mr. Jones, let's call him Lil Rod, looked up to and idolized music producer Stephen Aaron Jordan, Stevie J. Stevie J is an American DJ, blah, 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 blah. He's a piece of shit. Okay, so I don't care what he won.
We know.
Yeah, we know all of that. So Mr. Combs used access to Stevie J and his knowledge of Mr. Jones' admiration of Stevie J to groom and entice Mr. Jones to engage in homosexuality. Mr. Combs went so far as to share a video of who he claims was Stevie J and anally penetrating a Caucasian male without a condom. This was done to ease Mr. Jones' anxiety concerning homosexuality. According to Mr. Combs, this is a normal practice in the music industry. Look, even Stevie J is doing it.
Well, once again, first of all, let's remember when everything was going on Love and Hip Hop with Stevie J, and some people act like they just had heard of Stevie J, but I knew who he was because of his affiliation with Bad Boys and, you know what I mean, producing and all that stuff. I knew about him. So when he came there, it was a different side. But when they were getting into it, I don't know if anybody remembers when he got into it with Kate Michelle. One of the things she kept dropping was like, Stevie J, you... Thank you. That you know, we know what you do. See, because some of these people, they been get busted out. You know what I mean? Just people.
Oh, don't say busted. Don't say busted. Don't say busted out. Don't say busted out.
We done seen Stevie J's package, honey. So, ooh, we ain't going in. And he's still driving the bus? Is he still driving the bus?
I don't know who driving, but wait a minute now. Mr. Combs informed
Mama Wallace ain't playing ever in B.I.G.
No, life. Not at all. Mr. Combs informed Mr. Jones that he had engaged in sexual intercourse with rapper Redacted and R&B singer Redacted and Stevie J. What R&B singer do we think he's talking about? Would it be Christopher Williams or would it be Usher? What rapper do you think he's talking about here?
Brown, it could be Omar, because a lot of them is already out. Y'all were part of the team of the pass around.
Welcome everybody
y'all
to the chat.
All these women around while they passing y'all. I said it's too much passing around.
Okay, I see you guys coming in, but this is too good. I'm serious. Welcome to the chat. I hope you guys subscribe. I hope you enjoy it. We're not going to finish this all tonight, but we will do a part 2 because this is good. So
sometimes you got to go backwards, because if we go backwards, by the time we get here, what we're going to be saying is the same thing I've been saying. Why he ain't been in jail?
That's what I want to know. But everybody going back to
from start to here, it's been death, trafficking, minor girls, all of them. Jay messed with Foxy. He messed with Cassie. He messed with
Rihanna.
They all do it. Russell got up with Kimora when they all do it.
He was 16 or 17. She was 16 or 17.
Got up with old girl. She was all of them. They just added age. Like she was 17. She was 16 and a half. You know what I mean?
Oh my God, Island Girl, thank you. I'm going to meet Island Girl soon. Thank you so much. Aesop's got a membership. Missy Tessa got a membership. Chantel Gucci has a membership. Laura 60 has a membership. And Jen's mom, I'm so happy to see you, has a membership. So this is what Mr. Combs said. P. Diddy, the Diddler, he says that he promised to make sure that Mr. Jones wins Producer of the Year at the Grammys, if he engaged in homosexuality. Girl, I can't even talk right now. So he's promising him Producer of the Year. All you got to do is take it up their ass is basically what he was saying. Ooh, Clive Davis was
Renee just asked that why Chris Brown hates black women. I think that's a double thing for Chris Brown. I think because he grew up seeing his mother, and I think it's just a inside hate. You know what I mean? Like you have things come the opposite. So he had that then. He was attacked by these men to become something big. So instead of hating them for some reason, but he has a lot of anger. That's why I tell people, you see it in Chris. There's something, that he sold himself for the business because he has so much anger.
So I'm going to get to the Cuba Gooding stuff and then we're going to end it for the night. But let's just get to the sexual assault by Young Miami's cousins on Mr. Jones. Ooh, everything in his mama name. Yes, and for all those that are late coming in, Russell was served. Mr. Simmons, Uncle Russell was served today in Valley. They served Uncle Russell Simmons today in Valleys. Can't tell me that wasn't just all planned out. They served his ass today. So, Thanksgiving 2022, Mr. Jones is sexually assaulted by Young Miami cousins. Mr. Jones was at Mr. What? Yes, ma'am.
No, I was reading. I said I'll answer that later.
Okay. So on Thanksgiving Day, 2022, Mr. Jones was in the Diddler's house in Miami, and Young Miami and her female cousin were also present. Mr. Combs was intoxicated and offered cocaine to Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones rejected him and proceeded to walk to the restroom. While using the restroom, Young Miami cousin burst into the bathroom and began groping Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones believes that Mr. Combs sent her in there to sexually assault him. As she entered the bathroom, she dropped to her knees and began performing oral sex on Mr. Jones' exposed penis. Wait a minute. You were pissing?
And she just ran right up on it.
You didn't dab that shit to make sure the piss was out there? And she started
probably finished while she did it, because I'm telling you, they already on freakies. See, that's why when people ask you if you freaky, I always say it depends on what your level of freaky is, because you never know especially when you're in this kind of world where your level go.
Mr. Jones said he pushed her away and exited the bathroom. Young Miami cousin did not accept, Lil Rod's rejection as she proceeded to follow Lil Rod out the bathroom. She said, hold up, motherfucker, you ain't going nowhere. I want to suck on you. That's what she was saying. I'm telling y'all, that's what she was saying. She started undressing and attempted to straddle him and have sex with him in the presence of Mr. Combs and his staff. Freaky, freaky, dinky. Once again, Mr. Jones Lil Rod pushed her off. The following images from a video of Young Miami, her cousin, Mr. Jones, and the Diddler. Here's the video. Okay. There's P. Diddy. There go Lil Rod.
But wait, go back.
There go the cousins. Huh?
I said in the caption, it says that Combs invited Mr. Jones to the bathroom.
Mr. Jones and Mr. Combs on Thanksgiving, right before Mr. Combs invites Mr. Jones into the restroom and attempted to force him to take cocaine.
So it sounded like when they went in that bathroom, it sounded like when he started to pee or tinkle in the pot, it sounded like Puffy came on in first. And was like, hey, you want to do some of this C with me? And he was like, no. AKA maybe yes. But he was recording, so he was Donnie Brasco'd in. So he was like, no.
So no. I was right.
Then the girl ran in.
So you remember when I said it was redacted, right? Let's go back to the R&B singer, right? To the R&B singer, right? That he said he had sex with. So he said he performed at the Super Bowl and had a successful Vegas residency. That's Usher. The other one, the rapper they redacted, used to date Nicki Minaj.
That's
and he's in possession of the video and will provide a copy to the court. Ooh, baby.
I don't consider Erica's baby daddy
Meek Mill. It's Meek Mill. Meek Mill.
It was Meek Mill. Oh, the Philadelphia rapper, Meek Mill, yeah.
Yeah, Meek Mill did say he had a thing. Yes, he said he partied with Diddy. Yes, he did. No, Usher never.
Well, you know, they put them images out. They even on YouTube, they put them images out where PDiddy and Meek supposed to be kissing.
Okay.
And what I say for all of these men, you should never be that close to another man's mouth. Unless you kissing them. I remember when Lil Wayne and Baby kissed each other, and they said, well, he's my daddy. I know grown men who love their daddy to death. They don't kiss him on the lips like that, and just because we giving out an award, like we kiss it. Like.
So okay, so Chantel, is it Chantel? I think it was Chantel. She said Usher never dated Nicki. No, he didn't. Here's what I'm telling you. Right here, it says Mr. Combs informed Mr. Jones that he had engaged in sexual intercourse with the rapper, which is going to be in the thing at the bottom, which is redacted right now, and an R&B singer, number 12, and Stevie J. So we come down here to the footnotes. The rapper that he said he had sex with dated Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj and was in Philadelphia. That is Meek Mill's all day.
That's Meek Mill. Then he said that he had sex with an R&B singer, and they said he performed at the Super Bowl and had a successful Vegas residency. That is Usher.
He still has a Vegas residency.
90 days. So, and then it says, Mr. Jones is in possession of the video and will provide a copy to the court. Okay. Now, here is Young Miami and her female cousin who sexually assaulted Mr. Jones on Thanksgiving Day. Whew. Now we come up with Trafficking and the Victims Protection Act. So the new one that was put today is 96 pages, okay? Because they've added more shit to it.
Yeah,
So
because it was 80 pages.
Yep. So now it's 96, and I'm gonna pull that shit tomorrow too. So as soon as it's uploaded, I'm grabbing it. Traffic and Victims Protection Act. Throughout his time with the Diddler, Lil Rod was transported from California to New York, Florida, and we know to the U.S. Virgin Islands. During this time, Lil Rod was forced to solicit. Now he's forced. Guess he's scared of getting shot. To solicit sex workers and perform sex acts to the pleasure of the Diddler. I'm not calling him Mr. Combs. Of the Diddler. Yeah, Chris talk about watch out. Hi, Tony. They said on or about February 4th, 2023, the Diddler forced Mr. Jones to bring prostitutes and sex workers back to his home in Miami, Florida. Here we go. This is an underage girl. She's in several videos. Ooh, okay. On or about February 2nd, 2023, Lil Rod believes Mr. Combs drugged him. Lil Rod recalls waking up naked, dizzy, and confused. He was in bed with 2 sex workers
and Mr. Combs.
The Diddler. And the Diddler. Ooh, ooh. He also recalls aimlessly wandering around the house with no clothes on. This is the picture of people in the bed. See this? Look at the butt. Look at the booty cheeks. Would that be? Ooh, ooh. Yeah, I can't stand that Candace Owens. So, sex workers in Mr. Jones' bed the morning after being drugged. So on another occasion, now why you keep staying with this man if you know he's trying to get you? And how much money was he paying you? Because I'll be damned you sold your damn soul to the devil. Then you see it says on another occasion in Miami, Florida on Thanksgiving night of 2022, Mr. Combs asked Mr. Jones and DeForest Taylor to enter the studio bathroom. He has everybody's name. Oh, and Prince Harry is in here too. He asked them for $100 bill because he wanted them to do cocaine with him. Mr. Jones was scared, but luckily he didn't have $100 bill, so he wasn't paying you that much. So the Diddler waited a little later to do coke with Young Miami. Oh Lord! Later that evening, he required Lil Rod to solicit sex workers from Booby Trap on the river located, this is in Miami. Mr. Jones did so, and Mr. Combs forced him to engage in unsolicited sex acts with these workers. You forced somebody. Did he hold a gun to his head?
Yeah. Well, you know, they got to say that because now he's the informant. So, because he's going to be seen in these videos doing a lot of stuff. We're going to see him in these videos having sex. We're going to see him in these videos bringing girls into the building. We're going to see him in these videos. You know what I'm saying? So, because of that, and he has to say, like, I was forced, I was scared. Do you know people end up dead around? You know, he's going to say that. And he's telling the truth. He's going to be telling the truth. You know how many women that ain't going to say nothing, but they gonna sit back knowing that they done been victimized. It happened to them. They might have went willingly, but when they got there, it was way worse than they, you know what I mean? It was way more. They wanted to do more than just a little bump and grind.
Girl, they were doing a little more than a little bump and grind.
Look at what Mystical was doing with old girl.
So this is the booty trap. This is the club right here. And so Lil Rod said, as part of his recruitment, he would wear a hat that said a baseball cap that said bad boy, which PDiddy, the Diddler, required him to wear and go down to get the sex workers. And by him wearing that hat, everybody knew that the Diddler was in town and he was soliciting sex workers. Let's see.
Just like when people knew the Playboy men were in town and they would be at the beach looking for spring breakers. Not the Playboy, because they would, I don't know, not the Playboy. What was the one, these Girls Gone Wild?
Mm-hmm.
They
So,
knew they'd be down at there to get them, and they'd be them.
So this is the following are the Instagram profiles of two of the sex workers that Mr. Combs required. Lil Rod and the Diddler. The Diddler required Lil Rod to solicit and have sex with at his home in Miami. So these are the two profiles on Instagram. So if y'all look, so if you girls want to, anybody want to take a picture and go do it, you can find them on Instagram. So they're on Instagram. The Diddler demanded that he go get these girls, and he did. So he said, Lil Rod said he had no desire to solicit or have sex with the individuals in the previous paragraph. The Diddler used his power and influence to intimidate and force Lil Rod into soliciting and sleeping with these women. The following is the phone number of another sex worker that the Diddler required Lil Rod to solicit and perform sex at his home. So, see, Booby Trap Miami. Her name was AG. Oh. They're saying that the Diddler used many tactics to maintain dominion and control over Lil Rod. He promised him a Grammy for Producer of the Year, but only if you became homosexual and let him tap that ass. But you said you didn't do that. He offered him $250,000 to purchase all the instruments he wanted. He promised him ownership of his $20 million property, one-star island in Miami, Florida. He promised access to record label executives like defendants Lucia Charles Grange and Ethiopia. You know, Motown, the one that's now turning evidence against him. She said, y'all can have this shit. I'm not going down. I'm turning evidence, baby. Her name is removed from this lawsuit. The Diddler would often switch up his approach. He would go from promising Lil Rod the world to threatening him with physical harm. The Diddler threatened to eat Lil Rod's face and informed Lil Rod that he is willing to kill his mother, Janice Combs, if he must in order to get what he wants. So he wouldn't think twice to harm Mr. Jones. This man said he would kill his own mother to get what he wants. And you know the woman that he threw this big birthday party for because he loved her so much.
And I believe it.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it.
Now here's the part that really pissed me the fuck off. Mr. Combs and his son Justin Combs solicits drugs and engages in illicit sex acts with minors. Mm-hmm. Hi, Colleen with the K. This is, go ahead, Danny, you go, because I can't do this. I'm serious, this pisses me off.
Just said, I am not surprised they have grown up and watched this lifestyle their whole life, including I'll Be Sure Son. They have grown up and watched this. Because like I said, when you watch Little King, Little Him, when you watch that one, Christian, he is, you can tell that he is so, and watch his videos. I mean, I stopped watching videos years ago because of the degradation of women in it, really. You know what I mean? And you had to be this certain type of woman to be in it. Look like that certain look, this whatever. The images we just seen right there, those women, they were just looking for certain things and then using them for their body and using up against them. But I know these boys are involved, but I think they're going to turn on their daddy.
Yes,
I think they're going to be next name redacted off the sheet.
Kat, I think that was an accident because he did. I saw that comment. Puff killed his baby mama about that tell-all book. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. E-double. E-double. Yes, he did. Hi, crazy purple lady. So right here, this part is redacted, but I'm asking you, Danny, because I don't know who this is. He is a Grammy Award-winning R&B singer who had trouble with law enforcement after assaulting a Bajan billionaire. A Bajan billionaire.
An R&B
Who was that? I've heard that.
That's what I'm trying to think. Who got into it with a Bayesian billionaire? That's an R&B.
Debbie, do you know who that is?
Is it Chris Brown?
No, he's a Bayesian. No, he's Canadian. He's a Bayesian billionaire.
No, that's who the R&B singer got into it with.
Okay, so it was Chris Brown. So present at the party.
I think it's Chris Brown because he got into it with him.
Present at this party was an R&B artist, Chris Brown, Jay Combs, Justin, sex workers, and some underage girls. The event began at 7 p.m. Mr. Combs, the Diddler, requested female sex workers and required Lil Rod to solicit them. An hour later, several sex workers appeared. In addition to the sex worker, there were at least 5 women in the crowd that were under the age of 16. So they're not women. They are not women. They're under the age of 16. You need to rewrite that. They are not women. They are young girls. They are teenagers. The Diddler forced all the women to drink Lace Dillion liquor. Upon information and belief, the Diddler laced the liquor with ecstasy. Now, I was told that he had certain bottles for his guests, certain bottles for women, and certain bottles for the staff. The ones that were for the women were always laced, and you're going to see the drug too. Mr. Combs did not check the identification of any of these underage girls. You knew damn well these girls were underage. The presence of these underage women made Lil Rod very uncomfortable. Really, Lil Rod? Really? He attempted to leave, and Lil Diddler forced him to stay. Of course, they're going to say that. The Diddler went so far as to take Lil Rod's car keys to prevent him from leaving. So you couldn't call an Uber? After being forced to drink the laced Deleon shots, the Diddler began feeling lightheaded and recalls passing out. No, I'm sorry. Lil Rod began feeling lightheaded and recalls passing out and waking up at 4 a.m. the following morning, naked, with the sex worker sleeping next to him. Screenshots of the video from the night is embedded below. There we go. There is the Diddler with the underage girl. The Diddler with an underage female sex worker. You see this, right? He's got everything, girl. Tell me this mofo ain't going down.
We going down.
Oh my God. There's Justin. Look, there's Justin with an underage female. How old is Justin? 30 something?
Let's see. If Albie Shore's son is 32, Justin has to be 30 or 20, 29. What is he, 20, between 28 and 30? Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to get to this Cuba Gooding Jr. Then we're going to have a little discussion, and then we're going to do part 2 later on, but I'm not doing it tonight. Ooh, okay. No, crazy purple Kirby lady. I am not surprised. Justin is 30. I'm just so happy that his ass is finally getting what the... I can't wait till they put the cuffs on this bitch and make him do that perp walk, you piece of shit. So here we go. Mr. Combs attempts to pass off Mr. Jones to Cuba Gooding Jr. We got the videos to prove it. Woo! Danny?
Well, you remember a few months ago, there was a thing, and I saw it online, so I know other people seen it, but Cuba was on a boat. And he was seeming real like this. I was like, is Cuba coming out the closet? Because I've always thought
this was on the yacht. This is what they're talking about.
This is the same yacht that the video came out. We know this is true.
This is the boat. This is the boat.
Showing us Cuba was getting it in, honey.
This is the boat, baby. This is the boat. Okay. Mr. Jones, Lil Rod believes that the Diddler was grooming him. That
looked like Christian in that picture.
To pass him off to his friends. This fear became reality when the Diddler introduced Lil Rod to Cuba Gooding Jr. while they were on the Diddler's yacht. Okay. During the introduction, the Diddler suggested that Cuba get to know Lil Rod better. And then he left them alone in the makeshift studio on the yacht. Here we go. There's Cuba. There's P. Diddy. Okay. Miss Diddler and Cuba Gooding Jr. Moments before Mr. Jones is assaulted. Woo! We ready? As evidenced by a video of which screenshots are embedded below, Cuba Gooding Jr. began touching, groping, and fondling Lil Rod's legs, his upper inner thighs, his groin, the small of his back, near his buttocks, and his shoulders. Hello.
Once again, he done got up under his shirt to be.
Lil Rod was extremely uncomfortable and proceeded to lean away from Mr. Gooding. He rejected his advances, and then Mr. Gooding Jr. did not stop until Lil Rod forcibly pushed him away. The following is a screenshot of the encounter with Cuba Gooding Jr. The video, so the writer, he has the video and will be provided to the court. So we know this man is not lying. Here is the video. Look at Cuba, girl. Look at Cuba. Look how he got his hand. Girl, look what he
got his hand on him.
Look at Cuba.
Yeah, that's why I said,
Daddy.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but it looked like Rodney was getting passed around. Like, I know, of course, because he's telling him, to get his information, because I'm sure at first he didn't, because it's going to, it's going to incriminate him a lot. But
what man?
He got it out. He learned something. He learned something. You got to have more than just your word.
What man is going to do this and look at another man the way Cuba is looking at him
in a dark studio?
Look at his other hands in a red lit studio.
And I'm sure this sick son of a B named Diddy was filming. I'm sure that's why, because you notice he keep calling people in the same rooms. So it tells me these are rooms you film in. It's like R. Kelly, when he lived in Chicago, everybody knew that, you know what I mean? There's a lot of filming going on in there, And I'm not talking about because of underage. I'm just talking about what was going on. Some of these people are just the definition of, of anything you could think of bad.
Baby. Oh, baby. We're going to discuss mock trial on Thursday. He's been from the Shores of Sunset. His ex is suing him for assault and battery. But let's get to this. Is he cooked? Oh, calls Myron from Breakdown Diddy's Mansions Raid.
Thank you.
I'm going to have to watch this. I don't think I can play it, but I'm definitely going to watch it. Academics. I'm gonna watch Academics.
DJ Academic, yeah. DJ Academic, good. I watch him. I've been subscribed.
Thank you, E.
I watch all them. Black TV, DJ Academic, I love them.
Thank you, E. Double. Danny, you see what he said?
What is that? Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Drea, I want your DJ friend. I want to talk to him. I got a DJ friend who's been to the Diddler parties, and he said, you don't drink and stay to yourself. Hi, Cosmic Crazy. I want your friend. I want to talk to him. But look at Cuba, girl. Look at Cuba. Look at Cuba. So we're at page 26 of the indictment. So you see right here on page 69, it has Prince Harry here. It says that the Diddler was known for throwing the best parties. Affiliation with or sponsorship of the Diddler sex trafficking parties garnered legitimacy and access to celebrities such as athletes, political figures, artists, music, and international dignitaries like British Royal Prince Harry. So, but that's where Prince Harry is that's where he is mentioned. So I just wanted you guys to see it's nothing nefarious. He's only mentioned once. So, what do we think so far?
I think, Puffy, I'm so glad your day has come. And you know, and
I gotta put up P. I'm not. Look, I gotta just leave Cuba right there. I got y'all just need to just look at Cuba.
I'm so glad. I mean, I always feel like every dog got their day. And Diddy, I kid you not, I started to think you was one of them invincible ones. Like, you know, like nobody, you know, but I didn't know you were as bad. But when it came out, when Cassie dropped the bombshell and things were released on what she
Yep.
was saying was going on with her, I believed it because I'm telling you all, I've always had a heart for Cassie and something was going on with her. And I know how in the industry they pass these women around. You know what I mean? That's why she be with this one. Then that when they pass them around like owners, like that is the trade off of the women in that. But the fact they're doing it with, we know little girls. I mean, New Edition told us back in the day in they song Any Heartbreak that fathers were bringing their little daughters to them. So we know it's little girls always around. They're going to be your biggest fan. But they doing it with little boys. They doing it to these artists. And like I said, when it came out before, when Raz B, I feel like people ignored it. I feel like this time people are actually listening.
So. Jay Boston, you are so right. I still say it. I'm going to stand by what I said. I believe that P. Diddy, the Diddler, and Suge should be arrested for Tupac's demise. If there's a red light in the room, it's clear sign it's going down. Girl, let me tell you what's so funny. I think I told y'all the story one time. I called my daddy one time, and my sister went over to my dad's house. So he was seeing some chick. She was like 20 years younger than him, maybe 30. I don't know. She was in her 50s. And he was in his late 70s, so 26 or something like that. So she goes into his room, and she calls me on the phone. She go, girl, what the shit is going on here? I said, what you talking about? Daddy had a red light in his lamp. I said, put him on the damn phone. I said, what the hell is going on? We know it, let's do the red light special all through the night. I said, you better keep your old ass to yourself and leave them young girls alone. Look, red light. Look at Cuba. Let's just bask in Cuba's glowing. Girl, look where his hand is at. Look where his hand is. Yeah. And can you imagine when they present that video in court?
Because it'll actually be emotion, so we'll see you caressed and rub and touch. And that's why I said it took a lot for Rodney to let all this out. But I know that Rodney, one of the reasons that people pick people because they know either, I'm telling you, it's something. There's a reason why they were keeping you around. It's more than they were just forcing you.
I think Suge killed Left Eye, and I don't know but Aaliyah, but I know he has something to do with Left Eye.
I think all of them are. I think all of them are because of all of them. I think they all connected with these. When it comes to it, I put R. Kelly, Jay-Z, Suge, and Puffy all in one category because they all have committed. First of all, Danny Boy was just recently on the internet talking. But Danny Boy got a real story he should be telling us. He should be telling us all the torture Suge and them put him through. Because they thought Danny Boy was gay. Now, was he really? I don't know. But they was torturing Danny Boy in Bad Boy. And he was a good producer. He was a good house producer they had. Like in this industry.
Cat Williams did say that. He said, why don't you ask Suge? I think he knows who shot him. But so I'm serious. So in this affidavit, they go deep. This man has a case. So with the Cassie case, and he settled that shit. First, he said, his legacy, his integrity, his name. Bitch, your name has been sullied for years. Now the feds are here. Homeland Security are here. They went in and cleaned your shit out. Now, they said that he used to like to keep everything on his phone. He never got rid of any videos. And the reason why he knew there was going to be a raid, his ass should have been left because the feds actually called his attorney to so I won't even call that a raid.
But he knew they was coming.
Information.
He knew they was coming.
He knew they were coming. He got his ass out of town. They didn't
It
arrest him yet,
goes
but it's
deep.
coming, baby. It's coming.
It goes deep. It goes so deep that if anybody ever watched Welcome to Death Row when it came out,
I did. Girl,
remember
I did.
on there, Jodeci is telling us that they used to be,
Yep. Yep.
bone crushers for Suge and them, fighting people, artists. These people, I feel like even when you look at Left Eye, right before she went away to Honduras, she took that picture with Death Row. And I swear, Left Eye, she been around since I was a kid, even though she older than me.
She was leaving that label,
Yeah,
and
but
still
she
didn't
was
want to
just
let her
dead
go.
in her eyes by then. Yeah, she looked
Yep.
drugged out. Then she ran off to Honduras to free herself. I said, yeah, because the things y'all seeing. They said Suge was in there breaking people's jaw if they rewound the song too much. You know what I'm saying? Breaking it like the sexual things they done seen. Tupac told us that Dre was having them parties back then. He told us about Quincy Jones. Superhead told us Usher couldn't get off unless a Haitian man came in and tickled his
She did
room.
say that. Yep.
Superhead told us that they be having parties where people have STDs and they go over. They told us this. Wendy Williams told us Puffy would be at them gay parties back in the day recruiting.
Yep.
Because I mean, even Wendy was trying to let us know, like, in a way, kind of that he didn't meet Bentley because he was getting them for the fashion. You get what I'm saying? Like, he met him in one of them get-togethers, actually.
Well, TD Jakes, I'm more than sure that he did something to Arsenio from what I was just reading from Renee. But the Diddler was planning on using his relationship with TD Jakes to clean his image in the public eye since the Cassie thing. And I'm sure he was going to be blackmailing TD Jakes because TD Jakes to me looks like he's got sugar running all through his body. Yeah, like Bishop Eddie Long.
What people will do for power. That's why I tell people, even when you watch on here, what people, how they sell their soul, go against their moral compass, go against, what right from wrong, just to win. They give you a minute in fame.
Guys, I need you guys to hit the like button because I had to do some research. I got to go pull stuff, get the updated affidavit, and I got to get the other one tomorrow. And we're going to get into this because P. Diddy, the Diddler, was in Miami. Everybody was saying he was in Antigua. I'm saying the hell he not. He was right there in Miami at the executive airport pacing as they have stopped all of his people, his entourage that was with him. And Brendan Paul, the one that's in the lawsuit that's known as his mule that would get all the drugs and distribute and get his guns, he was arrested, but now he's out. He came out like that. Girl.
Well, I mean, any type of organization, you people get arrested, you're going to go get them out. Because the longer they sit, the more they talk. So you actually want to get them quick. You want to, as soon as they're going to post them, as soon as a lawyer can come up in the room and shut them up, you're going to send somebody in there. It's what's
now,
best.
my thing is, they were coming, but you left your sons, your daughter.
Because y'all cocky, so you thought because you had a warning, I guess he thought they was going to come in and be like, hey, just give us what you want, and then we'll just leave the rest and maybe come back and get it later. Maybe they thought that. I don't know.
And Diddy, let me let you know, even if you had a cleaning team, meaning somebody to come in and swipe all your devices or try to get it all off that baby, everything's in the cloud. Just ask Stephen Stearns, whatever his name is. They can pull everything. Your ass is done for. You done for. And not only that, but he was distributing drugs. He was into drugs and guns.
I said but they all think about it. Remember when T.I. got arrested? They had like 5,000 pills. They had about, you know what I'm saying? Like they wasn't just, they didn't just get caught with like 20 pills. And remember, it was back then they were trafficking women through us. So it seemed like because here's something I know for a fact.
Oh, you're roboting.
Oh,
Okay, Danny, you kind of like, are you there?
Can you hear me?
Okay, you're roboting. Oh, okay, now you're good. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Okay. No sound now. No sound. No sound.
I said, oh, sorry, I had muted it
Okay,
when
there
you
you
said
go.
I was roboting.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I was just saying in the industry, I forgot what we were talking about because the whole roboting thing threw me.
So, okay. So what I'm saying, he left his daughter and his sons. Now, the FBI, well, Homeland Security, notified his legal team that they had a warrant.
Right.
Diddy flew from California to Miami to New York, then back to Cali, sent his private jet to Antigua. What do you think is on that private jet? Everybody thought he was in Antigua. He was in Miami on a chartered jet that he had chartered to take. And I don't know if they took his passport or not. Don't know. Colleen with the new merch idea. Hoodies when I don't know Diddley. You know what? I'm gonna have to get me some merch.
One of the things
I watched Quiet on the Set. And I want to discuss that. That is so disgusting. I want to talk about Amanda Bynes. I want to talk about that young man that was abused. All these kids, oh my God, I watched that. It's on, I'm serious. It's been on damn near every day on ID Discovery. Quiet on the Set.
Yeah, no, they didn't take his passport yet. But I know that I don't know about you all,
no doubt.
But I am not comfortable about what might be going on with them girls, the twins. Because if you believe this is okay lifestyle and you put your sons in that type of danger, who's to say you haven't passed your daughters around?
Or your daughters are not, you see what I'm saying? But you know,
yeah, exactly. Or they not seeing this. And, you know, it's like with Will's kids. I knew when Will's kids were young, by the way they were expressing themselves, that they had saw a lot. Because the only way to be comfortable with something is to be a part of, you know, where it's just a norm.
They said,
you grow up in a house where they, you know, if the police kick in the door, you flush your stuff down. That's a norm. You just know what to do.
They said that Diddy,
like, they're pretty open to be so young. It's because they were seeing everything.
They've always said that Diddy has fancied himself as another Hugh Hefner. And we know what kind of parties they had at that mansion.
And we know
the different
Hugh didn't have his own children in the house. So that's the only good thing.
Yep, that's it. But the thing is, your attorneys knew they were going to your property. You didn't do anything to protect. The man said he would eat his own, he would kill his own mother to get what he wants. I don't think he was just talking. But you see how quiet LB Shore has been since he got out the hospital, right? You see how quiet he's been. He was at death's door. LB Shore is quiet as a mouse right now.
Because LB Shore is the biggest person campaigning that you took Kim's life.
Yep, and he said it.
So you want to side.
So
just like Rodney. They got him. They better have him in some protective custody because, like I said, when Raz B took it, they were threatening him so bad. Even none of those people came out and said it's a lie. Because remember, Raz B told us Jermaine Dupri and Bow Wow been having a relationship since Bow Wow was young.
Since he was young.
All of them.
Yep.
All of Marcus Houston. Now, Marcus Houston got married.
What's the name of that group? Not Immature. What's that young man that was saying how he was in love with P. Diddy, but P. Diddy didn't reciprocate his feelings? And then the sister came on the show and busted him out and said, "Why are you saying this now?" Who was that?
That was Raz B saying he was in love with Chris Stokes. Chris Stokes' sister came on and was like, "You just mad because you look." Because he didn't reciprocate that kind of love.
And Chris Stokes was in a little relationship for a while with P. Diddy. They were really, really close. Now, again, you have these people with these young kids. I don't care how much starred, fan and everything else. I remember when, I think I told you guys, when my grandson and my granddaughter, they wanted to put them on, They wanted to do print model for Walmart. Hold on, let me show you the pictures that they took. Go ahead, Danny. Talk.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, these people are just they all are sick. Like I said, they was passing all of these kids around. And when you think about it, Phil Robinson, he was on Making the Band with Puffy. He helped with NSYNC. He helped with B2K. He helped with all these same people. And Raz B told us.
This is the picture they took. They wanted them to do print modeling for Walmart. Mm-hmm. My son and his wife and my other son said no, they were too young. They didn't want to make them a part of that. They were too young to do that. And they called them to come to they had this big thing out in Katy, and they wanted them to walk. And my son thought about it, and his mother, Chris's mom, said, okay, we'll go with them. We get there. Chris didn't want to walk. Miss Thing over here, she wants to.
She was about
my son said, when she's older, and you've seen my granddaughter, the one that's to her when she was a little girl. You've seen her in the airport.
That's the one I saw with all the cute fashion.
Yep.
All the style.
And I'm telling you, they said no. They didn't want them to be a part of that. And I understand that now. I do. He said, no.
Danny Bonaducci told us. Drew Barrymore told us. And these are all kids, celebrities, and actors who said, baby, the dark side over here is darker than y'all think. Y'all think it's dark. They want to keep you young. They want to take your innocence, and they want to have something to blackmail you with. To say, oh, yeah, you're a man and you lay down with all them other men, we going to tell the world you get, yeah. As we pump that we all love each other.
Yep. Because I was telling Grass Toucher, this was when they first went to Italy, and they were out and about. That's when Nate and them took a little side trip to Venice, and they wanted Kayla to do a little modeling, and she was so. That's when she was really shy. That shyness is gone now. Okay, Kayla wouldn't do it, and Nathan left it up to her, and she said no, and she is definitely a little supermodel. She's tall, she's lean, she's got the smile, the eye, she's got everything, and she just said no. But then you have parents that force these kids into this. And I remember when Gary Coleman was saying, Emmanuel Lewis was saying how he was forced into doing this. But Nathan said, he left it up to her, and she said no. She said she really didn't want to do that. But think about all of these child stars. Think about what they probably, and then watching that show, which I've been watching it on ID Discovery, because they've been doing interviews with the guy that actually blew the whistle on the and I started watching it, but I'm serious. They've been interviewing, and like that young black guy that was there, and his mother was always on the set. She said she always had a bad feeling that something was going on behind the scenes. So they've been doing all of these interviews this week. It's just sad. It's sick to think you trust your kids, or you trust people that
like I said, Tevin Campbell said every time Quincy Jones closed the door when his mother walked out.
Yep. That's what Tevin Campbell said, but nobody wanted to believe him.
Danny Bonaducci told us he was like 9 years old, and they was passing him beers and joints. Then they said, here, take this seat, because it'll keep you cute forever. How putting this shorty on coke gonna keep him cute forever?
I don't know, because
they torture these children.
Yep,
they do. And like somebody said in the chat, they eat adults alive in the industry.
Yep, they eat you up.
They slut out women. They turn them out. They discuss them, and now they walk around in shame because of whoever they done been with thought they was gonna make it somewhere, and they didn't. So how kids gonna make it if the adults can't make it?
Yep, the same with Honey Boo Boo. Her mother stole her money.
Boo Boo.
That's She was out on them drugs and all that other stuff with that guy.
I even think it with the young lady who ended up losing her life, and we still don't know who her killer was. what's her name? Bonet, what's her name?
John Bonet.
John Bonet. I'm like, it's like John Bonet.
Mm-hmm.
It's John Bonet.
Yep.
Yeah, Ramsey. Because and then you think about, here's one thing people have to understand. When it comes to predators of any kind, they notice things we not going to be paying attention to because we're not predators. So the more we exposing these children to predators, ain't no way. I don't care. People get mad at me when I say this. I love Michael Jackson, but I don't care. Michael Jackson couldn't have my kids spend the night at his house. This is a grown man.
No.
I love him so much that I'd be like, hey, Mike, I don't even want to stay tonight, but you know what an honor. We'll be back to play with the monkey in the playground later on today. You know what I mean? But no. Could y'all imagine if grown men, y'all know, it's like, hey, could your kids just spend a night with me tonight? Because I love them so much. You're going to drink Coke all night.
This affidavit goes so deep. You have Frankie Santala. I don't know if you know who, he's a singer. He has named everybody, what's happened. He has video. He's got it's just sad. And he was promising this man the world to get him to be. We have Stevie J at one of the parties that P. Diddy was doing. Yeah. He's got on no shirt. He's got on these little skivvies on. Y'all gonna see that?
But once again, even with Stevie J, when he was on Love and Hip Hop, it was all sexual. All this stuff sexual leaking with him. Sexual. How him and Jocelyn were having threesome, foursomes, getting up with all these people, getting her friends. It just, and you were like, what the? And we were finding this out while the show going on. So imagine what was going on. And then look at Jocelyn. Once again, she was a stripper, and then we know you.
And J-Lo, I'm sorry, and J-Lo was in here too. She's in here too, and he said this man bragged about shooting people and getting away with it.
Yeah. Remember the night of that stabbing when Shine got arrested, when he's standing out there with J-Lo while the police lay in that parking lot. If you remember when it was live happening, I just happened to catch it, when it was fresh, like it was happening, showing you footage. She looked shook. Well,
she's the one that brought the gun into the club and gave it to him.
Mm-hmm.
In this affidavit, he said that P. Diddy told him Jennifer Lopez, aka J-Lo, carried the gun into the club for him and passed him the gun after he got into the altercation with another individual. I said from the beginning, J-Lo had things to do with that shit.
Yeah, she did. But back in the day, that's what you did. Your women brought the pistol in the purse so that they wasn't going to be like, especially if they was pretty. If you were pretty, they thought, oh, she pretty butt ain't on nothing. You know what I'm saying? But she holding the whole piece, and they going to slide that purse over or slide it to him. Something happened. Or once you got in the club, he slid, he took it from her. But yeah, no.
What I want to know is, are they going to make Jennifer Lopez testify?
But he turned down J-Lo too. He turned out Faith Evans. He turned out Mary J. Blige. He turned out Pam from Total. He screwed over the whole Total team. And think about it. They had
good night, Tanisha Marie. Thank you so much for being here. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Good night.
But I'm telling y'all,
I'm just saying he turned out all of these people, we could go on, and then we start talking about the people whose life was taken. Big L, Tupac, Biggie, Left Eye, because I'm putting Left Eye on his bad too, because I feel like they all combine.
Left Eye is there.
Kim,
I
just
think
about just took out Jamie Foxx
when
he started snitching on you.
Yep.
Just about took out I'll Be Sure because he's calling you on Kim. Many of people been stabbed at events you've been at
nobody saw nothing. Nobody saw anything. Nobody saw anything.
Nobody was arrested.
Nobody got arrested. But I'm telling y'all, this runs deep, and we have right now. We're at page.
We don't get searched. Dre, let me tell you something. One thing I know, y'all know I don't do clubs because I don't like closed settings like that. But the thing is, I'm telling y'all, that's who bringing the dumpers into the club. It's not the dude. See, y'all stopping dude. He got dreads. He got this. He look like he doing
Yep,
it.
it's the
And
women.
Shorty got him, but a little thumper between. Y'all will be surprised. They got him on their hip. These women, they got them in little clutches. They got them. They got on a little fur coat, and under it, they got a whole thumper. These women, but she's so hot, you let her in and let her Marsha pass you. Because I know they ain't even frisking with. They go, you good, girl. That's your watch going off. That's her
we
jewelry.
got this. Danny, we got this, girl. Yeah. I'm gonna get that other one. So we've
just like when you hear a woman say she got jewelry, she not talking jewelry.
No, she not talking
jewelry
this.
Is a pistol.
No, because that's what my sister calls hers. So
jewelry.
So we had the first filing, the 27th. The amendment on the first filing was 75 pages. This one is 79 pages. The next one, I think they said it's like 90 something, 96 pages. So he's added more stuff to it, and they're coming. And I think maybe they might have him in some type of protective custody. I wouldn't let, because he said this man has threatened him and his family. I would have him somewhere where they can't get to him.
Because you got to remember, when things go to high up, depending on how high up this money go. If anybody, I'm just going to tell you on TV, if you watch The Wire, what you'll learn is if you chase the money too high and it connect back to like the governor, the this, the that, then people start, we just got to take him, get him out. We not going to go no further. Like I said, they had like 2,000 tapes on R. Kelly. Y'all ain't sitting and watch all of them.
I'm waiting to hear about Leon. You know, Cynthia Bailey's ex. I'm waiting to hear about Leon.
Yeah.
That's what I'm waiting. Oh, why am I not on camera?
Well, you know, Leon, as hot as he was in the 5 Heartbeats, I've been thinking, what they do to Leon? A lot of these men.
Leon?
I don't know, but I'm like, they did something. A lot of these men.
Yep.
And you know what it is? A lot of them had to give it to get it.
And look, I'm thinking about Heavy D right now, but diddly D.
Well,
and then we have No Diggity.
Something to Heavy D too, because y'all know Heavy D was the he tried to give Heavy D one of them BS contracts he gave everybody else, but Heavy D was a real boss, just like Michael Bivins. Michael Bivins, come tell us about Puffy. Because you was running Bad Boy South, wasn't you? When you producing over there, like he was over there.
He tried that shit with DMX. He tried it with 50. He want to take 50 shopping. 50 said, what kind of grown-ass man gonna offer to take another man shopping? He said, get the fuck out of here with that. Even though he can't really talk that clear. But, you know, he was
Floyd,
in the club.
50, and Ray J. When they was fighting, that was almost like love. I can't even lie. I can't even lie. I said, what's going on with them? Like, this seemed like some girls that got into each other. But I'm not going to talk about these men.
Whoo! How these women get, I'm telling you, I don't know, Colleen. But
I don't know, Colleen, but it happens. I don't club because they so busy worried about one thing that they don't realize. These chicks, and some of them, first of all, you got to remember this. At clubs, they hire women to come up in there that's pretty. And she like gonna be that face you see up in there, so the dudes with the ballers will come. But some of them chicks is already connected with streets and stuff.
They already connected, and that's why they call them party girls.
With dumpers.
Yeah, because they, they call them party girls, and they supply these party girls. But you know what the song I was thinking about today that brings a whole new meaning to the word Diddler? No diggity, no doubt.
No doubt. Like I told y'all, listen to that song, Pimps and Hoes. With Puffy and Too Short and them. And Puffy telling him. He say he treat him like he made him. Wait, he say he never give him freedom. And he only just listen to everything. He telling you. He telling you all about who he is. All of them snitch. Kills told us they now. They all tell.
I'm gonna tell you. When I'm in New Orleans, y'all think I'm kidding. We go to the French Quarter, and that's when my sister was married to my brother-in-law. We would go to the French Quarter. We'd be in the French Quarter from probably 1 o'clock that afternoon to like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Mm-hmm. My sister-in-law has her on the hip. My brother-in-law got one on this side, one on this side. And I'm sitting there going, can somebody give me something, please? She goes, I told you to bring your shit out the car. I said, oh, no, y'all was strapped. These mo be going in there deep.
And if you somebody in a club where they know you and everything else, they've let you in a different way. So, of course, people came up in here dirty. And I'm telling you, when a whole bunch of, go in there one day to a club, just you and a bunch of your pretty friends all dressed up, and tell me, and y'all don't, I'm not telling y'all to come up in there with weapons, but watch how y'all just got up in there. Watch how they was like, come on.
Yep.
You and her.
Come on in. Come on in. The only time I've ever been searched.
You and her too.
The only time I've ever been searched
kilos taped to the side of your boobies.
The only time I've ever been searched, or my bag has been searched, is when we went to the Bruno Mars concert. And that pissed me off.
When the real bosses in the room, they will be like,
yep.
Give me a bag. Open your bag.
So,
they going through your stuff. When it's just y'all kicking it and some ballers from your block. But I mean, but still clubs, you got to be careful. It's crazy.
So we going to say, no diggity, no doubt. And I'm going to get the hell out of here because it's now 7:36. Y'all know it's past my bedtime. But Danny and I will be back. So Danny, when do you want to do part 2? You want to do it? Oh, tomorrow's Wednesday. So when do you want to do part 2? Because I don't know, but I need to do that other story, that true crime story. Okay. So when do you want to do part 2 tomorrow? You want to do it Friday? I mean, it's up to you. We can do it
tomorrow or Friday because I have a feeling it's going to go to a part 3.
I got a feeling there's more shit coming out. And
I can just talk about what he's done for hours. I mean, don't get, because I've been on Puffy neck for years. And when I tell y'all, I knew what it, because if you know how he got Cassie, you know it was wrong. First of all, one of his friends brought her to a party, a white party. Yep. And you
explain that
from him. That's how you already know we playing a pass round game. When you think about Superhead, she went from this person, she was married to Cool G, rap mess with this. You know what I'm saying?
This one,
yep. They passed him around. There's a drug game, there's a prostitution game, there's a bunch of games inside of the industry.
Girl, look what 50 just
because Jay-Z been missing. 50 Cent posted that on IG.
Yeah. He posted that on IG. He said, anybody seen Jay? LOL. Puff said that ain't answering his phone. He said, more to come.
Because they all connected.
50 is having a ball with this
She was underage from the moment she got passed to Puffy. When they gave her to Puffy, the person who was already messing with Cassie knew she was a little girl.
So you see how
Puffy been having people gift him little girls, just like Kales. Kales used to be at Rocket Mall McDonald's. And I mean, we don't got to, but they've been passing. People knew it.
Girl, Judge Mathis says, I'm not defending Diddy.
Just like what Rodney Jones was telling us happened to him, that happens to these rich dudes. Women will come in, blow them in front of all the dudes right there. They don't care. Women will get naked in front of everybody and let it be known, I do you right here. That happens with them.
Okay,
but
so
some
let me
of those
just
women are drugged into doing that and passed around.
So let me just say this. So what Judge Mathis is saying is, he's not defending Diddy, but the fact that the excessive force in investigating alleged sex crimes wasn't done to Epstein or Weinstein. And I agree with him on that. It was excessive. But my thing is that P. Diddy knew they were coming. Girl, look at Lenny Kravitz all in Sherry's face, and she can't even take it. He knew they were coming. And he left his kids at that house.
My God, he's so fine.
Lenny Kravitz, I'm telling you.
He can get it forever. Lenny, you could get it forever, Lenny.
He can get it whenever he wanted.
Anywhere. But now I sound like, you know what, see, that's
look
how
at
we
that wall. Look at that wall. Look at that wall. Look at that.
Now his walk was giving me a little bit of Vogue, but he could get it. Oh, Lenny is so hot.
Yep. But that was his first time at Buc-ee's. He was having fun in Buc-ee's, girl. Anybody, y'all need to go to Buc-ee's. But
I think the difference with Epstein and them is when they got to Puffy's house, Puffy's sons are in this claim. Puffy's sons are part of the case.
Jay-Z, not 50 says, here is Jay-Z last reported seen waving at Puffy's jet. Girl, 50 is petty as shit.
I told y'all I was just at a 50 Cent concert last year, and he kept during intermissions talking about Puffy having little boy parties. I kid y'all not. Y'all mad my phone was there. He was definitely buzzing it out.
And this is Brendan Paul. his alleged drug mule that
You
was
know, he used to be a
arrested.
basketball player.
Yep. He was arrested while he was with Diddy in Miami.
Mhm.
Buckets this and
Now,
shit.
don't
Buckets
he look like he
shit.
about 35,
Yep.
38? That's all them
Yep.
drugs. That boy's like 24 years old, 25. He's young.
I am just too done for. That prime rib. They got prime rib on sale. I gotta go get it. So anyway, that's what but I'm telling you, I'm following 50. I got all this shit on lock. I'm ready to go. 50 is putting out some shit and he ain't playing. He's coming and he don't care. But I am going to say the force that was used was unnecessary. But then again, he's known to have guns in the home. You can never be too careful. So they went in prepared. They don't know who's in the home, what they're going to face. You could have had an all-out shootout out there. But the fact that that man knew they were coming, he did not get his kids out of that house.
He's so rich, you're a billionaire. You didn't get your lawyer to say, let me get the kids, so no matter what, we'll meet him at the station. If that's the case, we'll meet him down there. You get what I'm saying? None of that went on. That's what I'm saying. You know, we can't compare. We always want to compare the black, the white to it. Here's the thing. What we sitting on wrong.
You gotta look at the circumstances.
See, let me tell y'all something. When you got puffy money, it's no longer black or white.
Yeah.
It's great. See, when you're in billionaire status, you in a league. That's why they do the stuff they do. That's why they got planes that could be flying out the country to smuggle back. You gotta own planes. You gotta be in a different look at Oprah. Nobody's still holding her for what happened at that school. Because when you get to that billionaire status,
nobody's gonna hold her accountable at all.
Never.
Yep. Look at that. The military vehicles that came into the LA compound where there was, because they knew what type of security. Yes.
Yeah, and he got super security. Think about it. 50 cents. First of all, just using him as an example. 50 cents. They be having security y'all wouldn't believe. Cops, Marines, ex-Marines. You'd be like, what the what it is? Because they all in some dirty. They all in some dirty stuff.
So like I said, do you think they're coming for Dre too? Look. Do you think they're coming for Dre? It's the DRE.
A lot of them need to be calm.
Da 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 da.
The head, the body of fall. But see, what you gotta go do is the top of all of
it.
Well, think about it, you guys. In the early 2000s, what was that? The Sultan. He was buying Playmates and stuff, giving them like, it was supposed to be like $50,000 a day. It was some ridiculous amount of money he was supposed to be getting. But they were saying that he was doing stuff like tying women up naked and bringing in all these men that were just, and if he said, whatever he said you did with them, you
That's
did.
like Hugh Hefner. He did the same thing.
But the Sultan was paying these houses big. They was
Drake is an abuser. Drake is an abuser. Drake is an abuser.
How you sum it up, but we have to remember in American trafficking goes on, especially all
the time. But I love me some Snoop. Like Snoop said, and nothing happening in the streets after 12. Look at all these rappers that were being paid all them years ago. It was always 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Snoop said he'd be at the crib. He ain't coming out. Wherever he's at, he's in the crib by midnight. And he said that has always been his rule. Shit happens when you're not. Because I was like, they said so-and-so was shot. I'm like, what time of morning was this? What the hell are you doing out there? Take your ass to the house. Be with your family. Shit. But yes, but Dre's an abuser. But yes, Eminem's new album is coming out. Dre and Snoop have a new album that's coming out. Ryan Upchurch made me think, Ryan Upchurch made me think of what questions? Yeah, I love Snoop and Martha Stewart together as well.
I do.
Yeah, Martha got a little gangster in her now.
She always did.
Yep. Girl, did you see Snoop on Jimmy Kimmel? He was high as a goddamn kite. His eyes were glazed over. And wherever he goes, whatever talk show he's on, they already know Snoop will be blazing up. They know he's going to get high in that green room.
Oh, yeah. Snoop Lion been smoking since the day he came out.
I'm going to take a look at it, crazy purple Kirby lady. I'm going to take a look at it. Okay, so guys, Danny and I will be back either tomorrow or Friday, because with Thursday, I got Debbie. We got some really good updates on what's going on with the housewives, with lawsuits, with the divorce between Mauricio and Kyle. And Kyle Morgan had she had a full ass mastectomy because she had the what is it?
She had the gene.
Yeah, she had the gene. So she had a full-on mastectomy. Kyle's been by her side. Kyle has now hired a divorce attorney, Dorit, and Paul, a PK. It's a lot of good shit going on. It's a lot of good shit. Snoop smokes wherever he goes. So,
everywhere he goes.
Everywhere he goes. And then he did a thing on IG. He shows you an ashtray. He says, all of these roaches, fucking joints that long that he done put out and just rolled up a new one. I'm like, Snoop, what you doing, Snoop?
Snoop paid somebody to roll blunts. I mean, you gotta love it.
So I would definitely be keeping. I'm saying today I was at work and my phone was just pinging. I said, oh shit. I was so, I said, ooh. And then when Russell got hit, I was like, damn, Russell got hit. I said, he got it. And I wish I can find that video where he gets that paperwork and he goes, oh, fuck, shit. And he threw it down. Too late. He said, this is for you. This buzz for you, Russell. You have been served.
Yeah, but see, Russell never denied. If you read any of his books,
no, he never denied it.
He's been a womanizer, a drug addict, drinking drugs.
Yep. But the thing is with Russell, okay, the thing is he's now been served. So the case, the case could have always moved forward, but he's now been served. He doesn't have to come. If I was him, I wouldn't leave. But he's been served. They can't extradite him.
They can't extradite because it's not. That's why he went there, because it's a non-extradite.
Yeah. So, but the case can now proceed. So they can try him in his absence, but he has officially been served.
And that just means he can never come back to America. That's all.
That's like, what's his name? Sharon Tate's husband, the one from Valley of the Dolls that Charles Manson paid. Her husband, oh my God, Roman Polanski. He was caught with an underage person after she died, and he fled, left, and he came back 30-something years later. He hasn't faced any. Statute of limitations was over with. So that's where we're at, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. And let me see what we have here. If you guys please hit that like button. We have Winnie's mom. Excited thank you so much. Then we have Winnie's mom. It's been a member for 7 months. Teresa, the baby Marie, $5. Thank you. I love you too. Island Girl gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, Island Girl. Colleen with the K. If there's a red light in the room, it's a clear sign it's going down.
It's going down. They're getting that red light.
That's what I thought about when I saw my daddy had that red light. Colleen said, new merchandise idea. Hoodies with I don't know Diddy on them too soon. No, it's good. I like that idea. I was putting one on it. You don't know Diddy. Look what you made me do. But that's what we have for you guys tonight. I'm serious. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see what's new that's been added to this new affidavit. I cannot wait. Danny, I can't wait. I'm excited. Look, I'm smiling. And I did. I told Debbie.
Definitely following this one completely because, like I said, I have definitely always. It's certain people over the years that when I first had something to say about them, no one listened because they love the people. Puff's one. Will Smith was another. Michael Jordan was another. I don't take away from where their talents are or what they've done good. But on some real shit, like
so another and Scottie Pippen and Larsa Pippen and Michael Jordan's son are no longer. They're no more.
And think about, speaking of Diddy, this how shitty Diddy is. Diddy dated didn't Christian date Justin. Justin dated Laura Harvey, right?
Yes.
Then Diddy went and dated him.
And then Laura winded up right after with my boy. But you know what? Nipsey Hussle, I forgot what's her name. Laura. That's not Laura. Laura London. I like her, And
love Laura
she's
London.
not, since he's been gone, she's not dated anybody in that. She hasn't been, no. Mm-mm.
They probably wanted to
So,
pass Laura. She ain't let it. You could tell
so
the ones who got out, and you could tell the ones that got trapped in. You know what I mean?
you know what I'm saying? No diggity. Look. No diggity. No doubt.
No doubt. No doubt.
That song is a whole new meaning, you know.
Mhm.
But I'm
Mhm.
gonna say good night. And Danny, we had a steady stream of viewers, and I really want to appreciate you guys for sticking with us.
I never even saw the number. I kept trying to keep up with the chat because people were saying great things in the chat.
I know.
Yes, I love Snoop. I always have. And once he got out with the Marleys, he became even better and more into his kingdom. So I love Snoop.
Snoop is, you know, and all that time he's running around cheating. And then, you know, when that woman filed that divorce paperwork, that mofo did it. He was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. It's cheaper to keep her.
And ain't nobody gonna love you like she do for real.
Yep. And she done stood by him with all kinds of shit. But I think now that he's in another age era, he's in another era. He's appreciating everything he has because you can
he's
see
a grandfather now.
Yes,
he's 50, and you know, just on some real stuff. Look at how Snoop womanized and did this about beauty and looks, and look at all the things his daughter goes through, and he loves his daughter. If you ever watch Snoop's show, if you've been a Snoop supporter for all these years, you know how Snoop feels about his daughter. He really loves that girl. He loves his children. He loves that girl. So, you know, it'll remind you to get it together because that's somebody's daughter you dogging to, or that you hurt, you know. So,
oh, girl, I thought I had lost my ear case, but I didn't. I have it. I was searching in my bag, girl. I got to put my earpiece in here. But
and what people need to know, Snoop's wife was the one Snoop chose. The rest of these women chose Snoop. Them two different things. When you deal with players and pimps, they think about that. He chased her. High
school sweetheart, just like LL Cool J.
He chased her because she was like, anyway, boy, go back.
Just like LL Cool J, high school. Ice Cube, high school. These are the women that were with them, stood by them, and that's where they're at. So he didn't chase them. They came for him. Unlike Kevin Hart, that, you know, had a good wife, he supported him. Yep, as soon as he got money, his little head got a little bigger, but his body stayed the same. The same woman he was cheating on his wife with is who she married. And my whole thing is, woman, you stupid as fuck, because he done cheated on you so many times. The same way you got him is the same way you're gonna lose him. Because if he didn't respect his wife that stood by him all that time and supported him
and was the mother of two of his children,
mother two of his kids, and she worked while he can get his shit together, put him through school. Supporting
him. Writing his jokes.
She was writing his jokes.
She was writing his jokes. And I love Kevin Hart, but I never take away from what his wife was. But see, once again, we talk about the show his wife was on. Remember on that first season, it was her, Usher's first wife. Prince's first wife, R. Kelly's wife.
Yep, the one that nobody knew about. But
yes, well, we knew about it. Chicago knew. We knew.
Chicago knew, but
we knew who she was.
Yeah. So Kevin got my friend of Comedy Central, so I kind of got it. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry, but Kevin Hart is he himself has been diddled by look. He himself has been diddled or sucked off Weinstein and PDiddy. And now Tory Hart is touring with Cat Williams. And she called him to let him know this was nothing about his beef with Cat, but he offered her a tour to tour with him, and she took it.
And she's always been a comedian,
so anyway,
stop writing people's jokes, write your own.
And like Cat Williams has challenged Lil Kevin, because they're two short people. He told them they can take it onto a stage, they can take it on a basketball court. He challenged him in his hometown, and Lil Man ain't never responded. Cat said over 20 years, you would never see him and Kevin Hart in the same spot. When Kevin know he's coming, he takes off. Hi, 5.6 Media. How are you?
Oh, yeah, I love Cat David. I love Kevin Hart.
But I'm telling y'all, so for everybody that's just coming in, please go back, catch the beginning. We were discussing, the downfall of the Diddler, and there's more to come. We'll do a part 2, probably tomorrow, Friday. Let me get with Danny. Let me see how my day goes tomorrow, because I had a really bad day today, but I said I wasn't going to miss this tonight. I was doing it. So, so I love you guys. I'm going to see you guys later. Danny, my hip hop aficionado.
Hey, Grass Toucher just asked me, have I spotted Heather? No, but I'm telling you, when Heather be somewhere, if I see where it is, and if I know she there at that moment, I could go there, but I haven't spotted her.
Heather is, girl, I think we're going to talk about it, right? But Heather is steady on IG begging for shit. And I typed on her thing, get a damn job.
Right.
Get a job. She needs clothes. She needs a bra. She has nothing she can fit. She needs this. Bitch, go get a job. Go call bottom bitch Christina. Call bottom bitch Christina. She can help you out. You should have got with Diddy, girl. You should have got with Diddy instead of Dylan. You should have hooked up with Diddy.
Because he knew she would have been snitching. He said, she can't come over here. She bad. She's gonna be on live telling everybody what's going on. He think Rodney got film of him.
But no, we good. But Rodney has it. So Danny, we have 778 views right now. So thank you guys. Thank you so much. And we really appreciate it. We've gained 5 new members. Thanks. So I'm going to get out of here. I love you guys. Have a great evening. And I'll see you tomorrow. Or Thursday, or Friday, but it'll probably be tomorrow. Let me and Danny put our heads together and see what else, because I want to pull this other affidavit and go through it. And I'm gonna hit you up tomorrow. Love you guys, Danny. Love you.
I love you guys.
Look, love you. I love you more. It's 7:57. I need to go take a bath. Love you guys. Bye. Thank you. Oh, Danny, I gotta take us out with some music. What music do you want to go out? Let's go out with Winning.
Well, winning. Always.
We winning. He Diddy not winning, but we winning. There we go. Winning. We out.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gonna feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding. From the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing. So cold, behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts feeling. I don't pace myself, I grind.